The time is 5 minutes past 6. My name is Michelle Ukebu with the News Express. Boko Haram released 4 abducted Chibok girls. NGO tackles Ebonyi state government over missing engineers. NACA to hike airlines operating license fee. African Union suspends Burkina Faso after coup. Plus, AFCON final build for Olympic Stadium. Remember, you can log on to www.ozisaradio.com to listen to the news live in any part of the world. Imo West Senator Rochas Okorocha today reacted to claims of police brutality in Nigeria. Okorocha said there is nothing like police brutality in Nigeria. The former governor of Imo State revealed that what is obtainable in Nigeria is youths brutalizing youths. He disclosed this in reference to a conversation he had about the NSAS protest. Okorocha noted this during the declaration of his presidential ambition in Abuja. It can be recalled that Nigerian youths in October 2020 protested over police brutality in Nigeria. The protest tagged NSAS shut down Nigeria for weeks as youths called for the reform of the Nigerian police force. 4 girls abducted in Kaukari village of Chibok local government area of Borno State in northeast Nigeria have regained freedom at the weekend. The girls were among over 24 persons abducted during an attack on January 14, 2022 in the villages and surroundings villages of Chibok, where the insurgents also looted food items and other needfuls of the villages. Chibok is about 150 kilometers from Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, and has continued to suffer a series of attacks from both Boko Haram and ISWAP elements, prompting the people to cry out recently, blaming the government for abandoning them. It can be recalled that during the incident which led to the abduction, 9 residents of Kautikari village were abducted before 2 older women and some children were later released by the insurgents. The International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law today tackled the Ebonyi state government over the case of 5 missing site engineers in Ephraim in the Hunku local government area of the state. A consultant engineering firm, Neyland Consultants, had on November 3rd, 2021, deployed 5 engineers to the road project at Ephraim in Ebonyi in continuation of routine supervisory work on the Abakaliki Ring Road project, but they went missing in the conflict-torn community. In a statement signed by the Inter-Society Board Chairman Emeka Umawasilazi and 3 other executives, the non-governmental organization noted that no positive outcome has emerged concerning the engineer's disappearance after 90 days. Nigeria professionals living in the United Arab Emirates (UAE) have commenced a narrative campaign online to appeal the work permit restriction by the country. This was stated by the president of the group Professional Nigerians in UAE, Kayode Ogunbohun, in an interview with newsmen. According to him, the campaign started after the problem was identified, and it is aimed at projecting Nigerians living in the UAE positively. He added that the campaign, which commenced 14 days ago, is helping to project Nigerians and how Nigerian professionals contribute to UAE's economy. Meanwhile, a resident of Fujairah in UAE, Esther Adokun, insists that the problem is not necessarily due to atrocities committed by Nigerians resident in UAE, but a diplomatic role between both countries. And now to the business scene. Aviation industry regulator, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, is considering a major review of domestic airlines operating license fees and other charges in order to ensure its bills are in tandem with current realities and what obtains in other countries. The Director General, NACA, Captain Nuhu Musa, made the disclosure during an interview in Lagos. He said the regulator was subsidizing the industry considering how low its charges had remained over the years, pointing out that it was imperative to embark on a major upward review of the charges. According to him, the agency does not benefit from allocations and is not out of place to ensure proper charges are given. This is said will enhance the regulatory agency's capacity to meet its needs, especially the training of its personnel. He added that some organizations are buying planes worth tens of millions of dollars, but are only paying 200,000 naira to get a certificate that will make them commercially operational. And now to the foreign scene. The African Union today revealed that it had suspended Burkina Faso in response to the January 24th coup that ousted President Roch Marc Christian Kabore. The bloc's 15-member Peace and Security Council said on Twitter it had voted to suspend the participation of Burkina Faso in all AU activities until the effective restoration of constitutional order in the country. Moussa Faki Mahamat, chairman of the African Union Commission, had already condemned the coup the day it happened and before it was clear who was in charge. It can be recalled that the West African bloc, ECOWAS, suspended Burkina Faso on Friday and sent a delegation to meet with the ruling junta on Saturday. And finally, from the sports scene, the final of the African Cup of Nations will go ahead at the Olembe Stadium in Yaoundé after the Confederation of African Football (CAF) on Sunday lifted its suspension of the venue where 8 people died in a crash on January 24th. CAF's announcement means that the second semi-final, scheduled for February 3rd, will go ahead at the ground along with the February 6th final, having noted the recommendations and undertakings from the government in regard to additional security provisions. The CAF Organizing Committee unanimously agreed to lift the suspension imposed on the Olembe Stadium. The local organizing committee and the government of Cameroon having significantly increased security and resources at the Olembe Stadium. CAF are confident that safety and security of spectators and visitors will be assured. The disaster happened prior to last Monday's last 16 tie between hosts Cameroon and Comoros when supporters were caught in a crush at the south entrance gate of the stadium. The 8 dead included a child, while 38 people were also injured. The semi-final to be played at Olembe will see Cameroon play Egypt. The other semi-final will be played at the Amadio Ahijo Stadium, also in Yaoundé, on February 2nd. And that ends the News Express. On behalf of the news editor Chiwendo Ifegadi and the production team, my name is Michelle Okebu. Good evening.